So another important part which you need in your grade 8 is the presentation of this Cartesian plan, how to indicate the points on what is called or referred to as the Cartesian plan. Our Cartesian plan. This Cartesian plan that we are seeing here, it is very, very important in our mathematics, as we can see that we are focusing on it as a class, meaning to say the understanding of this Cartesian plan, if you understand it, everything is going to be easier, because the presentation of any graph that you're going to draw is on this Cartesian plan. What does it actually shows us? What is it that we see on the Cartesian plan? Let's try to analyze our Cartesian plan. This line that we are seeing here is referred to as the x-axis. This horizontal line, this one, the horizontal line, this is x. So it is referred to as the x-axis. So along the x-axis, along this line, we are guided from 0. This 0 that we see here, it is the one that separates your values as you count them going this side to the right, as you count them going this side to the left. Values which are taken along this horizontal axis going to the right, like this, these values of x going to the right, they are positive. We are talking of what? Positive values of x. And these ones going the other side from this 0 here, going -1, they are negative. These are the negative values of what? Of x. These are the negative values of x. Thus, an point which we are going to consider, it carries or it contains x. So we need to interpret according to x. Also, the point, it carries y, the y values from 0 again, which is referred to as the origin. This one, it is have a special name, the origin. That's where the x-axis and the y-axis meet. They meet at the origin. X there, it's 0, as we can see for the x values. X, it's 0 there. For the y values, y, it's also 0 there at the origin. So it's given a special point called 0, 0. We're going to talk about the issue of the points later on, but let's consider that origin as our reference point, which tells us what is going to happen to y, which tells us what is going to happen to x. The y values, we are going up. Now, that's being positive as we are going up 1, 2, 3, 4. These are positive values of y. So we are talking of the positive there. Positive values of y. That is considering the part of y. Going down, these are now negative. But of what? The same y that we had, but it is being negative this time as it is going down. -1, -2, -3, -4. We are going down. These are negative values of y. So, as I am talking about being positive, being negative, it is important you understand this. Very, very important. You now know X is positive, which side? Y is positive, which side? X is negative, which side? Y is negative, which side? You now know that. The question is, what's the importance of this? You'll be given points, actually, which need to be represented on this plan, which is Cartesian plan. Points to be represented on the Cartesian plan, we are going to first start by analyzing the point. A point, let's say it's 4, 3, like this. It's called a point. So the point consists of two things. The X value, the first value is called X. It's actually supposed to be X versus Y like this. So this one is the X value. Then this one represents the Y value. Okay. So understanding this, you can see, let's say this 0.43. Let's say we want to mark it. We want to indicate it on the Cartesian plan. This is what you're going to do. Where is X being positive? This side. Okay, so that is where you're going to propose that value of X. You can see it's positive there. 4 is positive. So where is 4 positive? Here, this is where our 4 being positive on X. Remember, you're talking of what? X, X, X along X-axis. 4 is positive here. The Y value is what? Is 3. And that value is positive. 3 is positive. So where are we having the Y value? Here along the Y-axis. Y is 3 here where it is positive. This is 3. So these are the two values that we are given. The 4 of the X, which is positive. The 3 of the Y, which is also positive. So you ask yourself, where are these two going to meet? These two, if you go up like this with this 4. Because, guys, the 4, because remember, okay, let me explain about this so that we don't have confusion here. These 2 points here, you're asking yourself, are they going to meet in this quadrant? Are they going to meet in this quadrant? Are they going to meet here? Are they going to meet in this quadrant? Which quadrant are they going to meet? We can clearly see that these points, the 2 points that they're going to meet here. The 3 is here. So the 4, we are going up with 4 like this. You're going with 3 like this. Where are they going to meet? You'll see that they will meet here. So that is how you can indicate a point. You can simply see that, okay, 4 going up, 3 going this side. Where are they going to? You take your points. You can even place your finger here at 3 and another one at what? At 4. You join where your 2 fingers are going to join each other. That's the point that we are talking about. That's the point that you're supposed to mark. So your finger here is going up, another one is going this. You see, okay, your 2 fingers, they meet each other. Where they meet, you mark that one. That's a point that you're talking about. Not the 3, not the 4. The 3 and the 4, they are helping us to find this point. So this is the point here that is called 3, 4. This point that is being here, its name is 4, 3. I mean, 4, 3. Remember, start with X. 4, 3. That is the name of this point. X is 4. X, the X value here. Y is what? Positive 3. All right, let's just change and put a negative. Let's say it was negative 4, 3, like this. What does it tell us? Remember, X versus Y. This is the X and this is the Y value. So the X value is what? A negative. The X value is negative. Where do we have negative 4? We have negative 4 where? That is the question. In the X-axis here. This is your X-axis for X. Negative 4 is here. We interpret the Y value. The Y value is 3. And where do we have 3? In the Y-axis being positive. Remember, I talked about the Y-axis. being positive, that's above here. So where is it having positive 3? So going up 1, 2, 3, you can see that 3 is here. This is 3. So the -4 of x, this one, and the 3, this one, of y, where are they going to meet? Are they going to meet in this quadrant? Are they going to meet in this quadrant? Are they going to meet here? Or they're going to meet in this quadrant? We see that they meet in the second quadrant. In this quadrant, that is where these points are going to meet these values. As we take 3, like I said, you place your finger, another one here, you move those fingers. They will join, they will meet. As you place your finger here, it is going up. You take another one, it is going like this. You see that your 2 fingers, they are going to meet at this point. Where they meet, that's where the point is. So it's -4 and 3. They meet here. Where they intersect, where they meet, that's the point that you're talking about. Not this -4, not this 3. Where they meet is called a point. So this is the point, which is called what? -4, 3. That's the idea there. So it is all about the quadrant where they are going to meet. They can be negative values, guys. We can even have x as positive. Let's say we're given 4 versus -3 this time. What does it tell us? X is what? Y is what? X first, positive 4. Where do we have x being positive here in the x-axis? To the right side. To the right side. Where x is positive, you take that, okay? This is where I have positive 4. The y value is a negative. Where do we have y here being negative? Going down this side. Negative what? 3. Where your y value is at -3. So these x and this y value, where are they going to meet? In which quadrant? Are they going to come here? Are they going to be here? Or they're going to be in this? They're going to be in the last quadrant, the 4th quadrant. So as you are going down, you see that this one, 4, going this way, -3 going this. They are going to meet. Remember I said where they meet, these two, they are going to meet here. That's the point that you're supposed to mark. 4 representing x, -3 representing y. It's a point, that one. So that's 4 -3, which is this point, this one, part here. You can even use just a dot like that. You can just put where I'm putting the x there. That's the point. They met here. So I want you to go through as many questions as you can and figure out how to mark the points. So let's try to analyze and mark this point that you're given on the graph paper. Plot the ordered pairs given. A, which is the point A, 0, 3. When you are given this condition, what are they saying? Remember, x versus y, x, y. X is a 0. There is nothing there. When x is 0, guys, remember, your x-axis, it's 0 where? On the origin. Here, all, whether it's x, whether it's y, it is at what? At 0. So x is supposed to be at 0 here. And y is supposed to be +3 here. So how are you going to do? Because I said where the two meet. So if we check here, they're not going to meet because x, where is it going to go? This one, where is it going to go? So when one of the values it's 0, you cannot use that concept where I was saying 3 and this one is 3, they meet there. No. When one of the given values is 0, when one of the given, this one, the x and y are called ordinates. So is the x ordinate or the x coordinate, the y coordinate or the y value, if one of the given values is a 0. Okay, if one of the given values is what? Is a 0. Mark the point on the given one, on the one that is not 0, the one that is given there, which is like we do not have the value of x when it is like that. So you ignore that one and mark the point on the other one that you are given. All right, that is the condition there. So in this case, you are going to mark the point on the one, mark the point on the one which is not a 0, which is not a 0. Where is it located? Direct where it is. You are not going to use that concept like the one that I was using. Say this is 3, this is no. If the point is it's 0, 3, we saw that x is 0 here, y is equal to positive, where it is 3, positive 3 here. So how are they going to meet like this? We are going, where are we going, guys? You'll be confused in terms of your presentation. So to avoid this, I said, you mark the point on the one which is not a 0. X is the one which is 0. Y is what? Y is 3. So you go straight to y, to the y value, straight to the y value. Where y is 3. Remember, this is your y-axis. Where is it 3? Here. Straight there. That is where you mark your point. Straight at that point. This is your point 0, 3. Because there's nothing about x there. The one that is, what is the value there? If it was like this, guys, if it was 3, 0 like this, it's x, it's y. Y is the one which is what? 0. One of these is 0. So you mark where? The one that is given, which is not 0, this one, 3. 3 is for what? For x. 3 is for x. So where is x3? In the x-axis. In the x-axis. Where is x3? Here. That's where you mark your point. So this is the point that is called what? 3, 0. Exactly the value 3, 3 for x. 3 for what? For y. That is where you mark your point. Please, let's just try to use that. It can help us to answer these questions because you might have a lot of confusion if I try to introduce this and I think this one can be easier, guys. The point that is, the value that is given there. So it's the same, okay? We have already answered B. So if you check B, okay? So here they're writing as point A, point. So you're gonna write, this is point A, just write A aside, just write point B aside. All right, point C, that's -2, 1. This one is direct, guys. We talked about this. -2 versus 1. -2 is x, 1 is y. So x, remember your x. -2 is for x. 1 is for what? For y. This time we can say, where do these two, where are they going to meet? As we are going this side, as we are going this side, they are going to meet here. That is where you mark the point. So where are they going to meet? That is where you mark, not the 1, not the -2, no. Where are they going to meet? So this is our point, what? Our point is C, which is called what? -2, 1. So you write the point as you are given there. D, there's point D there, which is 4 - 4. Again, x, y there. X is what? It's 4. The x value is +4. Where are we having +4? In the x-axis. +4 here. Y is what? A -4. Where do we have negative? In the y values, -4 here. So where are they going to meet? In this quadrant. As we have to consider going down, the 4 there, the -4, they will meet at this point. Where they meet is our major concern, not the values which gave us the point, but where they meet here. That's the point. So this is your point, what? This is your point D, which is called 4 minus 4. You can even write there 4 minus 4, or just write point D aside. This is your point D. E, the point E, which is minus 3, minus 2. Minus 3, minus 2. X value, the Y value. So X minus 3. X must be at minus 3. Y is supposed to be at minus 2. The Y values here, they're supposed to be at minus 2. So where are they going to meet? Definitely in this quadrant. Here. Where they meet, you mark a point. That is the point E, this one, point that you marked. Not minus 3, not the minus 2. We're not worried about that. So this is our point E, which is called minus 3, minus 2. So this is what you are going to need. Points, marking these. You must be able to mark your points on the Cartesian plane. It is going to help you a lot as we are to consider drawing now of the graphs. To draw a straight line or to draw whatever graph that you are given, you must be able to mark the points, to put a point on a graph to say the point is here or the point is here. Is very, very important as you are to consider your graphs. So that is going to be for our next class. That is going to be for our next class. So let's do as much revisions as we can. Just also try to go through your textbooks, focusing on this part of the Cartesian plane concept, also going through the topics that you're supposed to be working with. As we know, those adjustments which are made on our topics, some of the areas are no longer involved. So please go through the ATP. I sent that video. I've already posted the video about the topics, or the, I think I have it. Let me see there. Yeah. So we are just going to use this. Use the tables or ordered pairs to plot points and draw graphs on the Cartesian. So the first part is to plot the points, which is the one that we have been doing there. Then the last part that we are going to have on our class is to draw these graphs on the Cartesian plane. So like I was saying, once you know how to plot points, it will be easier for you to know how to draw the graphs. So let's do revise as much as we can. Then in terms of revisions, we are going to say this part of the description of global graphs, situation, identify features listed above, which are these ones. So this part, it will be best that we just work with some few questions. I'm just going to explain what is important that you need in your exam. But for this one, please do revise as much as you can. Know your points and know also how to draw the graphs on the Cartesian plane. That will be for our next class. But for now, that's it, guys. Till we meet again.